A very good Monday morning to everyone out there. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather and night forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Taking a look here at the overlay of the cloud cover and the service analysis early this morning. You can see where the rain and storms came in here throughout the overnight. They have started to shift off to the south and east of the region. We do have this stationary boundary approaching from the west, and folks, this is going to be the threshold for what is going to be developing an extraordinarily active pattern across the Wobbles community, beginning late tonight and lasting all the way through the latter part of the work week. We're going to have numerous disturbances bringing rounds of showers and storms to the area. But for today, we know where the focus is, and that's on cloud cover. We got the eclipse that's occurring this afternoon, and you'll look, we got the low-level cloud cover down here to our south and east. It's pulling off in this direction. That is the good news, but if you look down here from Texas and points off to the north and east, we have got high-level clouds that's trying to stream in here from that direction. So right now we're thinking some thin high-level clouds are going to be present if you're heading towards the path of totality. Even around here, we'll have a few mid-level clouds to deal with as well, but hopefully, on the big picture, it's not a bad forecast whatsoever for at least viewing some of what's going to be going down. We'll get more to that here in just a moment. Getting a look over the Sexton Mid-Bidder Skycam, you can see where that blanket of mid and low-level cloud cover is located that we were just talking about, that is slowly shifting off to the south and east. Up in Morgantown, where that little batch of clouds have already moved through, we've got nearly crystal clear skies overlooking the Beech Tree News Sky Cam. So we're going to be dealing with a healthy mix of sun and clouds here as we work throughout pretty much the entirety of today. We'll get in on an opportunity at a few hit-miss rain showers later this evening, but then really picking up in coverage overnight and as we work throughout the week. Looking at temperatures, we're already up to around the 60-degree mark, folks. It's going to be another warm one out there. Partly sunny skies, highs jolting up to right around the mid, maybe even upper 70s this afternoon. Should be quite nice out there. Winds won't be terrible. They will be out of the south, though. That's really going to help us warm up out there. With the storms that moved throughout the overnight, it wasn't much, but under 1/10 of an inch located over here. We had some thunder and lightning move through around the 1 to 2 a.m. time frame. But outside of that, it wasn't much to shake a stick at. Taking a look here at the latest surface map, you can see we've got a very, very busy active pattern. It's going to be unfolding. For the folks trying to view the eclipse down across the deep south, not great news. Surrounding from Texas over into Arklatex region, they're anticipating a opportunity at some strong, even severe thunderstorms throughout the day, with all severe storm modes on the table. But further out to the north and east, folks, that's where we're watching. Our path of totality closest to here is southwest Indiana, stretching through southern Missouri, right along the Missouri Boot Heel, along with the border of Kentucky. I know of many folks that's going to be heading up in that direction, including myself, as we work later into today. So hopefully we can get the cloud cover to continue to cooperate. Now let's jump over here and let's talk about what we can anticipate as far as sensible weather impacts are concerned as we work throughout the remainder of the week. And as promised, it is going to be a busy one. Here we are working throughout the day. We will stay dry throughout the vast majority of it, but you can see as we get into the late afternoon and evening hours, we get some development here right across the region. Might have some hit and miss cells develop. They should be isolated in nature. And then very quickly, heading throughout the pre-dawn hours of our Tuesday, this is how the surface setup is going to appear. We're going to have this Pseudo stationary front stretching all the way from Canada, where an area of low pressure is, all the way down to the Mexico-Texas border. This quasi-stationary boundary is going to be serving as a focus for all these little waves of disturbances. You can see the little red L's we have written on that boundary. It's just going to be shoving on bringing the moisture train up north and east, cutting across right through the heart of the Wobbles area. And this is going to be resulting in numerous rounds of rain and storms beginning tonight and lasting all the way through Thursday night with a drastic improvement following suit, all right? So we'll show you here in the near term what's going to set up as we work throughout the day. Here's the morning activity that came through here, now moving to the south and east. And as previously mentioned, folks, as we work into the mid and late afternoon hours, we could get some speckled rain showers in here, light to moderate in nature, with the moisture starting to filter in. The more intense moisture and higher moisture parameters will be arriving overnight with the arrival of our initial wave. And here we are looking at sunrise on Tuesday, and you can see the reflectivity begin to blossom to our south and west. Looking at streaming now off to the north and east, we're looking at widespread rain showers by lunchtime tomorrow, continuing through tomorrow afternoon, continuing throughout our Tuesday night, continuing on into Wednesday. You get the idea, folks. This is just going to be repetitive, okay? Not going to be a widespread monsoon washout dumping buckets all at one time, but periodic rounds, multiple rounds of the showers and storms is really just going to create pretty much a damp and dreary forecast, although we will keep temperatures on the warm side of guidance here over the next several days. We'll give you the big picture view, and you can watch this slug of moisture and watch this parent low that's going to continue to just eject those disturbances across the region. Tuesday night, Wednesday night into Thursday. And folks, we're going to have to keep eyes on Thursday during the day, because depending upon the exact track of this low, we could be looking at some of those storms becoming strong to even marginally severe as this works through here, all right? So we're getting on a dry punch here on Tuesday morning, and then following suit there with a cold front Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening, or excuse me, Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. We're going to need to keep close eyes on that as that low ejects fiercely onto the north and east. Behind that, we got a jolt to northwest flow. Winds will turn out of that direction, but rays of sunshine coming back, folks, Friday on into Saturday and Sunday. High pressure sets up to our south, bringing winds out of the same direction throughout the weekend. It should be absolutely immaculate in the weather department for us Friday into Saturday and Sunday, rolling into the weekend. All right, so that is the good news. Let's jump here closer to the near term and let's break it down for you, shall we? The total eclipse forecast, if you're staying in and around our neck of the woods, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. It'll be dropping to near the 60s possibly during the eclipse. We have no chances of rain, but look at the cloud cover. Thicker low-level clouds will be exiting this morning, as we were just mentioning, and a 30-40% coverage of thin high-level clouds during the eclipse. The high clouds will be overhead, but how much they will obscure the eclipse, it remains somewhat uncertain, all right? Here's a look at the short-term guidance. You can see right there where the path of totality is with the red. You can see a little bit of the orange coloration, folks. Again, if you're heading up to the north or off to our west, over into the path of totality, where we've got roughly 30 to 40% cloud cover there with the thin clouds. Those thin clouds are cirrus clouds. They're made of ice, so they're rather transparent. Hopefully they won't be covering up too much of the view out there. Eyes on Thursday, folks, with the ejection of that area of low pressure. The Storm Prediction Center has got two areas of concern regarding severe weather, stretching over here in the Carolinas, down into Georgia, far southeast Alabama and Florida. Also up in points off just to the north and east of the Wobbles community, over into portions of central, northern, and eastern Kentucky. That is why we will be keeping close eyes on the Thursday time frame for any strong or severe storms that may develop. Total rainfall amounts throughout this week are going to be in the higher end of these totals. We're going to be looking at anywhere from roughly 2 inches all the way up to 4 inches total of rain and storm total rainfall that'll be working through here. We do expect the local rivers, streams, and creeks to rise as well, so if you're near any tributaries, you want to take note of that. But a load of rain on the docket, folks, along with those multiple rounds, that's pretty much going to litter the vast majority of the week. Full breakdown of your next 5-day weather forecast. A mix of sun and clouds today, highs right up into the mid-70s. If you want to get a little bit better view of the eclipse, folks, head off to the north and west of our location. Hit miss rain and storm chances around throughout the overnight and then become widespread Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday and Thursday night. Highs hanging out between the mid and upper 60s throughout that time. Sunshine comes back into the fold on Friday with highs in the mid 60s with a northwest wind intact. And then throughout the weekend, folks, although you can't see it, mid and upper 70s underneath sunshine, it is going to be beautiful both Saturday and Sunday. That'll wrap up your Monday morning weather not forecast presented by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy yourselves. Travel safe if you're heading out to view the eclipse. You all have a blessed Monday.